What's up, everybody? Just wanted to come on and give y'all a quick story about how important your hygiene is, especially if you are in martial arts. Now, I'm working out with one of my partners here. This was before I started teaching fully, but I was working on one of my partners and everything. He was a bit bigger than me, but hey, that's whatever. Most dudes were, but because I'm not big frame, but I was working on everything, doing our thing. He went to throw a kick, and I caught a whiff. I was like, I had to look around because it surprised me at how strong that whiff was. I was like, okay, maybe something in the air. I'm not gonna say nothing because maybe it's just in the air. He threw another one. I caught that whiff, like, oh, I know for sure it's coming from you. All right, it's definitely coming from him. I was like, all right, how can I approach this situation delicately? Because I'm not gonna embarrass him, but at the same time, I need to know, like, hey, bro, you gotta do something about I don't know if it's your gi that smell like that. I don't know if it's your shin guards or what, but hey, man, something is reeking right now, and it needs to be addressed immediately because, dude, this ain't cool. I don't want my nose getting violated with aromas. I don't mind you punch me in the face, but don't sit up here and have me smell bad either. Don't do that to me. So, in the midst of our sparring session, we up there going at it and everything, and I had to stop. I told him, like, hey, I backed up, like, hey, man, hold on for a second. I said, hold on for a second. I paused him. I was like, hey, man, I don't know what it is. And I was quiet about it. I was subtle. I didn't scream it out or anything like that. I'm like, hey, man, I don't know if it's your shin guards, your gi, or what, but hey, man, something ain't smelling quite right. Okay, something is not quite right. And I don't want you to go to another partner and have them smell that either, because one, that's not fair to them. It ain't fair to you either, because everyone's not getting the most out of it, what they be getting out of it. You know what I mean? So after I tell him, he thanks me. He's like, hey, thank you. I didn't notice. Because you know what? You can go nose blind to some things. If you're around it constantly, you can't get nose blind to it. And I can almost understand that to a degree. But it's how you handle that situations like that. Because it's happened before. And I'm sure it's happened to many people who've done martial arts too. They had partners who were like, hey, man. Yeah, so I let him know that, hey, man, we got to get this handled. And you know what? It turns out it was something that was easily fixed. He went ahead and took care of it, right? So again, though, it's how you handle those situations. You got to you don't want to embarrass anybody. Also, you got to let people be aware of literally where they are. I'm like, hey, man, I know you think that this is clean, everything smells nice. It don't. It doesn't. And I'm not going to it's not fair to you to go around not knowing. It is not fair to me to have to smell it. It's not fair to anybody else to have to smell that either. So, word of the wise, whenever you go work out, you ever go train, make sure your stuff is clean and it don't smell like you've been working out in it for about a week. Seriously. Because especially when it gets hot, you leave it in a car, that scent gets baked into it. It's not pleasant. It is not pleasant. So word of the wise, keep your stuff clean, keep your body clean. That way everybody can have a good time while they're working out.